What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Got to get live more. I ain't gonna touch this too much. You gotta mind the sound, distortion, whatever. But I do want to touch on a few things that be bothering me. This last Gucci thing, man. We done with that, man. We done talking about Gucci and if it was right or wrong. Everybody has their own sense of morale, character, whoever you are, whatever you choose to do. How you look at it is how you look at it. But when you sign up for some certain shit, and excuse my language on this, when you sign up for certain shit, man, you gotta live with this shit, man. And living with it doesn't mean you have to live doing it for the rest of your motherfucking life. Excuse my, for the rest of your life. Like, you're gonna be doing it. That don't mean that, man. But that do mean, though, I always say, give somebody grace. I used to tell my mama this story, right? I used to tell her this. I used to say, if somebody blew your brains out, right in front of me, I would not tell the police. Like, for real. If somebody blew your brains out, if somebody blew my mama's brains out, I wouldn't tell the hood. And then I told her, and if somebody blew my brains out, I would pray that you would do me the same, right? And you don't go around and you don't go, I see in his face and make a statement. And as hard as she used to never could understand it, she'd be like, no. You crazy. So one day, I think before, cause she's gone, rest in peace, my mom's gone. But before she passed, and this was a little bit while we were moving and grooving and shaking, I asked my old bird, man, I said, I gave her the way I could break it down the best way. I said, you think I'm a bad person? She was so proud of me one time, like everything I was doing as far as with the ball or whatever. So she was proud, whatever. Make a long story short, short story short. So I asked her, I said, you think I'm a bad guy, right? She said, no, I don't think you're a bad guy. I said, so you think I'm a good kid, right? She said, well, I know you messed up, but we all mess up, so who am I to judge you? And I said, that's cool, right? And then I said, you think I'm coming out to be a better young man? She said, yeah. I said, you prayed a lot, right? She said, yeah, me, your grandma, and everybody. I said, well, I did some things that I'm not proud of, but I'm not offended by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make me feel offended like I'm crazy or something. You know what I'm saying? It was just life. I said, I did some things, right? And I don't regret them, but I'm still here today. And you feel like I'm impacting people's lives, sports, whatever. That next person may need that same grace. That's just how I look at it, right? And that's just a short story short. So, but to everything, right? I've done a lot of stuff in the streets, right? If you come up to me right now, God coming to me right now, you know what I'm saying, and rob me. I don't do nothing in the streets. I go to work every day. Shit, I even DoorDash times. When I get off work, I DoorDash, make some extra couple money, ref, whatever I can do, to make some extra money. I'm doing that right now outside of getting busy in the streets. But regardless of any of that, I still have a code to uphold, to respect. Everybody can uphold it's always okay to uphold your code and your respect when they say it's the right thing, when it's masonry or Christianity or Islamic or whatever somebody else, you supposed to have that morale, that sense of correctness or whatever, especially like our little groups or motorcycle gangs or whatever. But when it just says something as far as the streets, y'all be like, you can't have no respect, you can't have no code. If we remove the cold street shit out of it in total, let's just erase all that, right? Let's take that shit out of it. Let's scrap the street part. Let's just talk about being a man, being a woman, being a human, and standing on something. Let's just talk about that. If that don't deserve some kind of respect for yourself or code for yourself or morale for you, that's just for you. If I sign up to do anything with you, right, because I know right from wrong, left to right, up and down, if I sign up for something, regardless of what I'm in, I have to keep my word. I have to keep my code. All I got in this world more than anything is my word and my bond. You know what I'm saying, right? And that's all I got. And I can't just get that away to anybody. I can't give it away for nobody, just for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I do, like what you say, like the Bible say, do unto others you want done to you. Treat thy neighbor like you want to be treated, right? If that's how you want to be treated. And then when it comes to that goo-wop stuff, bro, you stood on that crap for so long. That's the issue that the streets got, man. Man, come out and say, listen, y'all, I was a clown when I was doing all that street shit because it was never in my heart. I don't really love my mama, so that's why I put everything on her. Because if I loved her, I wouldn't have never put nothing on her. And it ain't a change, man. That's who you always were. All that change, man, shit, Y'all can keep that shit. A lot of times y'all be talking about he kept it solid. He ain't tell. Half the time, most of the time, motherfuckers ain't got nobody to tell on, man. Most of the time, these be dumbass criminals. They ain't got nobody to tell on. Half the time, they sit down with the motherfucking police. The police is not asking them to tell on nobody. The police ain't even asking them that. They got them, they guilty. So, you know, don't be all that to stop snitching. Most of these ain't got nobody to snitch on. That shit he was going to jail for, it was all like, from what I remember, it wasn't no crazy shit like he was in no rat situation to tell him. He did bozo shit. So so this ain't nothing new with Gucci. This ain't no clone in Gucci. This is who Gucci is. This is who Gucci is. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how it's gonna play out. Y'all can start thinking all that playing them little Woody games and shit is cool. That crap ain't no cool crap. Cause just as way it was some bozo stuff in the middle of it, and it won't happen too much more or ever. Come on, it's bozo stuff in the middle of all this. So that's that ain't that game, sitting down playing these games and making a diss record. You know what I'm saying? The only thing this man can do, man, at this point, is sit down, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Is he got to sit down? Either because he got to testify in some kind of way. If he say he's under the arrest, that means he was robbed. If he say none of this was no robbery, I don't even understand none of my artists, none of the people that was in the building. We trying to make a play to go viral. He can sell that, and the jury can eat that. But either way, your name is tarnished, just period still. You know what I'm saying? And if you do able to get out the situation, you need to let these people know, man, this ain't it. This ain't the life, and I've never been a part of this life. If you don't understand the life, it's okay. It's okay for everybody not to understand everything that other people do, but when it comes to this street shit and some gangster shit, it's not to be okay. It's not. Everybody don't gotta understand everything. That's just life. Everybody don't understand what everybody. That don't mean you ain't gotta respect it and check it. So I'm just saying, man. Like when it comes to that shit weird. I want to know what he gonna do with the artist Foogiano. Foogiano, you already see. You ain't in there. I don't know if you want to leave or you want to be a part of it, but you ain't in no situation to leave. You see your man's his book, so I pray somebody in your ear saying just stay away from him and try to get the business done legally. He's done, man. So whatever money he can make off you guys and get from you guys, he's going to get that. But outside of making music, I don't understand. I don't think he can ever make music. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's sucker shit, you know. So I don't really want to talk about that. Allstar JR, I had what he was in, but we kind of, you see, if you really in the streets, you knew that was bound to come. Don't think that TJ and Offset shit is under the rug either. That shit is not under the rug. You know what I'm saying? But that Allstar JR stuff, if you in the streets, you knew it was gonna come, man. Like the only way it's not gonna come, only thing Allstar JR can sit on is he didn't feel like he's being robbed at any point. He didn't know anybody that was in there. A fight is a fight. You get into fights every day. In a fight, your chain will get snatched off. That's just because we fighting, we tussling. So I ain't get robbed. I was just into a fight. Now in the fight, I was getting jumped. So now if they able to prove that he brung the banger in there, Allstar JR got to go sit down. He know that, man. He know that. You know what I'm saying? But if they ain't able to prove that he brung a banger in there, because allegedly, I guess that's the only way they could say that. But if they ain't able to prove he got that gun there, I'm tussling. You don't know where this gun came from. All I know is as I'm on that ground, I felt for a weapon and voila, 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 bow, bow, bow. You know what I'm saying? So his situation, you know, he just gonna have to play that out. He's gonna be on the run for a minute, you know what I'm saying? But again, he might can just beat it all and everybody can walk away though. Everybody can walk away from the situation. A fight is a fight. You know what I'm saying? Prove who hands on the gun and all that. You know, they're going to do ballistics on the gun because it was using this and Allstar JR stuff or whatever. But either way, the most he's looking at is a couple years, but I don't even see that because it was a fight. People fight every day, and I was getting jumped. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to jail for no damn assault. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he took the gun out of somebody's hand, so that person was trying to kill him. No, it was a fight, and that's just what happened in fights. And it was a fire. Somebody had a firearm. Don't know who had it, but was able to pick that mug up and get them motherfuckers up off me. You able to beat it. We just seen the guy when he ran up on a car, and he may have a CPL or not. I've seen guys beat cases with illegal firearms and still beat these kind of self-defense cases. So the law is kind of funny how it could work on this one. But yeah, man, Allstar JR, I mean, push gonna show you be all right. I don't see it going too left. You know what I'm saying? That's when you gotta learn to shut your mouth. And that go back to all y'all, man. Like just moving forward when this street stuff happen, if you are ever involved in that kind of shit, it don't even gotta be street shit. Just sometimes stuff can happen accidentally or whatever, and out of your control. Man, don't get online making music. Don't get online making memes. Don't. I come up in the era, bro. We never did none of that. Like, if you got online to us, that's snitching. So when something happened, then y'all get online and y'all start talking about it. We called it dry snitching back in our days. That's what it was, dry snitching, because you acting as if you ain't telling, but you telling. Because once you go online and put it in the atmosphere, and we didn't even have the internet when we was calling it dry snitching. If you open your mouth and you say something to somebody else that happened with you and somebody else, or however you try to make it to be, you know what I'm saying, you can be dry snitching, like you lingering on and giving the word out like, yeah, you know that, you know, it might have been him, but well, I don't know. And like, why you keep putting it on him, or it might have been? I'm just saying, you know, he crazy and be around there. I ain't saying it's him, but you know it might have been. Bitch, you out here, excuse my language again, my bad. You telling the world that crap. But anyway, man, we talking about that. We just want to touch on that, man. And I like touching on stuff like this. I really, really love touching on it because it's really for the youth to get, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even whatever you do, man, have some kind of sense of pride and character about yourself and morale. And to be honest, man, that has nothing to do with the street stuff. That just have to do with who you are as a person. But stay away from that street shit right now. Just stay away from it, period. Like, I told you, man, if you asked me when I was young boys' ages, what I thought about street, man, I had prison set aside. I knew that this shit came with it. I knew prison came with it. I knew death came with it. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just other stuff that came with the game. Getting robbed, however it came. But I knew everything I signed up for. I put prison aside. Like, that's how stupid I was and lost I was. Man, find something to live for, man. Find something to live for, because for the longest, I should tell all my dogs, I love you so much, I die for you. Tell my family, I die for them. When I had my kids and as he got older, you know what I'm saying, now I got something to live for. Find something to live for. But the streets ain't what they used to be. They never was really nothing to be proud of, but at least it used to be some shit you can move around of. I ain't proud of them, but I'm damn sure not embarrassed of them. You know what I'm saying? It made the person I am. But I promise you I could be so much farther in life if I did maneuver and go some other ways, y'all. So, you know, I just want to touch bases on y'all, kick it with y'all. Y'all know when I'm in the van and I'm at work, I'm going to take a break to holler at y'all. You know what I mean?